Hello everybody and welcome back to another miniatures painting video, and today I'm painting this guy. Alright, here we are a few days later. This is the second coat of, what did I use? Deco Silver Morning, which I'm still trying to figure out, did my sister borrow this before I moved and watered it down for her purposes, or it just literally came that way? At any rate, so yeah, it's still a little bright for my taste, so I'm going to water it down using some black paint and water it right down to a, what do we call it again? Like a wash. I could use my Games Workshop one, or sorry, my Games Workshop ones, my ones from Citadel Paint, because they're still good. So those newer bottle designs really keep the washes together, but I need to experiment. So I want to finish these up, getting the armors done anyway. Section I haven't used yet. Just a drop. And I'll just reuse the same brush. Get it all nice and watered down. Actually, I should use my dropper for this. Now the water's a little bit red, but that's just the side of the bottle. That's fine. There we go. That might be a little too heavy. Actually, you know what? That ain't bad. Let's get the big guy here and take a look. And there we go. It's hard to see my screen here. I don't know what's making much of a difference on camera until I see the footage later, but that is definitely quite the detune in the shininess. Not to mention picking out the details with just a simple water down of black. But because it's quite watered down, I also got to use some more self-control. But still, that came out really, really nice. I'm going to touch up a couple more spots and I'll let it dry. And I might as well do up the other three. Oh, man, I missed a spot with the silver. Well, that's okay. We'll just darken it up a little more with our homemade black wash. And the back corner, I forgot to get some of that silver into. Shoot. I'll go back with a fine brush later. At any rate, now do up the other three. And there we are. I'll let that all dry. I will have to go back and kind of collect a little bit. There we go. That's the problem with doing a wash is you're going to have little excess buildups, and you kind of want to control that. Even sometimes just going back, the finer point brush, taking off the excess. There we go. Oh, missed a spot. Now I can always go back and later and do another coat or touch up with some of the silver morning, since it's already pretty watered down to begin with. But yeah, I'll let that all dry. We'll come back to it and see how it looks. And then I'll debate whether this guy all cleaned up. Whether I start the next phase, because I want to focus on them one at a time. Starting with this guy. And we're back with the new day. Things got dark pretty quick. Like today, it's still overcast. So, next up, I'm going to work on this guy. And we're going to start getting some color in there. And I'm going to need another brush. There we go. So, let me get started. Right, I'll just let that one dry. I'll go back again with another coat. I will, however, have to go back, and I did pick up some more silver morning, but this one isn't watery. So it makes me wonder if my sister actually watered this one down. So we'll be right back. Okay. Before I do any more touch-ups on the red, I need to get his face painted in a little bit. And this is the only skin tone I have close to. Excuse me, it's elite. Unless... Oh, I do have a flesh, another flesh color. Let's go with the darker one. So there we go. I've pre-done up the book. Be doing some extra details. As of right now, it's still a little bit of a mess. That will get cleaned up, don't worry. It's the problem with little human character models is they're always finicky when it comes to doing up the detailing. I should probably start pre-fitting these and then painting them piece by piece, then glue them together. Then again, it's mess with the glue sometimes. At any rate, we'll be right back, and I will do the next little bit I have in mind. Welcome back to the next day. As you can see, I've gone ahead and done up some little extra detailing and cleanup work, and just, picking out little things that I found interesting and getting the stacks ready. Reason I did this off camera is just to help save time. So for the next little bit, you're going to see this guy kind of go up from phase to phase. So next up, all this red, I'm going to pick out some edging with the brighter red here, and that is this one. I mean, if you take your time, you can accomplish a lot of work with these dollar store paints. At any rate, let's get to the next part. And here we are, another day, another paint session. Well, a follow-up. Seeing as how I've been at this for almost 3 weeks now, due to time and other things getting in the way, I'm going to be finishing up just this guy for this video, and this will be part 1. I will make, hopefully, part 2 of the rest of those two, or etc., just to keep things interesting. But to take note, I've done some more stuff off camera, like the book here. Did some detailing there. I've also gone around and made some more of a black wash to go over some other areas with a finer brush. I don't think you see the differences on camera very well, but just to help darken those areas. So I'm going to do next, and this is cheating because I'm going to use Citadel Textured Blackfire Earth for the base, or within the base because it's got a lip of the model. And after that, I'm going to figure out, because it's War Machine, you have facings. Sometimes you want to paint an ideal marker or something to show the front and the back, right? Excuse me, I was having a couple of cookies and a glass of milk. So I want to show off putting this textured stuff on, and then I'll go pick out some colors for, the front and back facing recognition. Ran into a problem. My brand new pot, for some reason, is slightly cured. I'm going to have to fix that. I have no idea if I'll be able to use this. But I'll tell you one thing. That there would just be a waste of $5 and whatever I paid in tax cents Canadian for a brand new texture Blackfire Earth pot. Japers. And I think I got that one at Games Workshop Coliseum. Still, it's not that old. And I just popped its cherry. So what's going on? Well, at any rate, I'll just put some down and add a bit of water, I guess. Okay, you know what? That's pretty bad. I don't think I can reuse it. Except for chunks, I guess. So I'll hang on to that and see if the water I put in there fixes it up any. But that's on the base right now is just a mess. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let that dry and then get some water and excuse me, get some water and white glue, or even just white glue barely thinned down with water, and then just do a coating over top of it because I don't want to throw it out, and just use it as like really rough gravel or soft bog mud or something there when I go to paint it over. Because this was going to be the color and add some grass, but that's not the case now. I mean, look at that. It's not even sticking. So we'll come back to that later. And I'm going to start the edge. Now I'm trying this for the first time from behind a camera, so see how this all works out. I think I'm going to go with pure pumpkin orange. And actually, you know what? I think yeah, that'll stand out. What else is vibrant? Ooh, some neon blue. Let's try those. We'll do the blue first. Still doing good. This guy could soak for a few seconds. So can that one. Now these dollar store bottles work great for just getting little droplets, but sometimes for like just doing a little quick touch up or a scratch mark or something, I find droplets too much. So what I like to do is to just get the paint out to the brim. Oops. Get the paint out to the brim, let it reset back, and then just scoop a little bit off, a little bit there with the brush. But not in this case. We're going to use it all up. At least I hope so. Take my big army painter brush. This one's called the Monster. Well, whoops. The Monster. And 360 this around. Did I say 360? I meant 180. And I've already gone over top with the gray I thought was going to be actual metal color-ish, but no. Didn't quite make it there. Holy cow, I think this thing might need a few coats. What do you think? That looks even about there? Kinda, sorta? Oh well, close enough, I think. Yeah, I think I made my brush too wet. That's okay. At least we got a base down. Now blue back. Put this side on thick. So I'll have to do a second coat of orange too, by the looks of it. And there's my telephone. Okay, I'm back. Start the next coat. Now hopefully, I can still use this orange. Yes, I can. Oops. It's really starting to come together now. This neon blue a much better shake. The pigment's a bit of a good mixing. Because some of these dollar store paints I bought new about 4 or 5 years ago, and I was supposed to paint a bunch of terrain with them, but I didn't get around to painting terrain, so at least they're still usable. I'm actually going to grab some from the tip this time. This neon blue is pretty, What's the word I'm looking for here? Just want to cooperate. Let's put some on the palette then. Probably doesn't help that I pre-painted the base with that gray just to experiment. Oh dear. This neon blue is a lot more watery than it needs to be. Well, that's not so bad. That's actually good to know. Do some weapon effects with it later. Just kind of... There we are. So we'll let that dry, and we'll come back to it. Okay, after a nice day of letting some more weathering dry, I do say I am pleased with the results. There are a couple spots I may go back and touch up on, like the soft camera is the inside of his staff, supposed to be in flames or something. But I will go back and finish the ground at some point. But overall, though, it does look quite nice. And I will say the pigment in the neon blue isn't the greatest. But then again, I am painting over some, what do they call it again? Steel gray. So, at any rate, thanks for watching. This has been part 1 of, I'm not sure how many parts. But yeah, next one up, I'm probably going to do all 3 at the same time. I'm not too sure. At any rate, take care till next time.